don't do any pre-market trade, but I have so much conviction in this trade. Hence, I took this. So why did you take this pre-market trade? We had this 15-minute sweep. I'm not sure. I think this was Trump news, and that Trump news on ES swept the London lows, which if we will actually check on NQ, we have an S&P on those London lows, meaning that we are so dang bullish, and also the Asia lows. So we have like S&Ps from down here. You know, we can just say that we have an S&P and this here right there. Boom. What else? On that S&P, we have this 5-minute gap. We have this 5-minute inversion for value gap. We tap on it. We sweep a 5-minute align to that, and we can also, if we would actually also track from this low up to that high we had, they're pretty much top equilibrium. What else? If we would check ES at this particular time, we also swept the 5-minute. And ES, when I entered, had this 3-minute inversion for value gap, and I entered on that. And then at that particular time, we don't have the 2-minute open, but I do believe that the 2-minute also closed bearish. Then we have this, I do think there's a 2-minute here, which we'll check soon. But what really made me enter this is this inversion for value gap. And we have this equal highs. So this is pretty much like generated liquidity towards my target. So we just generated low resistance liquidity towards that, and you just put my stop loss here. We had a sweep of a controlled 5-minute gap over here. Actually, I'll turn on my 2-minute so we could actually check on my trade of it. Wait a sec. We took this internal high, but I'm gonna go break even as soon as we sweep this buy side liquidity. But as I was mentioning, I did enter because of this 1-minute IFBT, but I also do believe that we have a 2-minute IFBT, which we actually did here. We had a 2-minute IFBT. So yeah, this 2-minute IFBT. Actually, I can go break even in this because I'm not really anticipating the price to go back lower, assuming that we already did that. Really nice move. So I'm gonna go break even on this trade. Risk free on this trade right now. But I might manually take profit if and if ES takes this high and we are having rejections off of it. But yeah, we did have a 2-minute IFVG over here. At least if I can be up 300 today, I will take it. If not, it's just I'll take a break even trade. And right now it's actually retracing so much. We're targeting a 4-hour buy side, but we do have this 4-hour intermediate high here, which is our target, or at least not really our target, but close to it. But yeah, it just looks so bullish. It just looks so bullish, but yeah, I guess we're just generating even more buy side liquidity at this point because if this goes back to the break even, yeah, we just pretty much just generate a full ton of buy side liquidity higher. And yeah, I think I would get stopped out and break even here. But yeah, it was a pre-market trade. Had a 2-minute inverse, but it entered on the 1-minute. Uh, Actually, at this moment, we do have an SMT here, but I don't really care because we have this generated buy side. And let's see if we're gonna keep going higher. The point where I can get like 300 is 15 points. So this right here, I can take profit of this area. But I definitely want to go higher, somewhere around the 30-point range. So something like this. Yeah, that's where I want to really do take profit. But if we have an SMT on this high, like let's say ES takes this high, I am gonna go break even. I mean, I'm gonna go actually trail aggressively. If that's the case, we're also gonna have this hourly close, and it seems like we're having rejections at the moment. But as I said, it looks just so bullish. Having SMT down to this lows, tap an hourly gap, tap split 15-minute intermediate lows. Really good reaction. We have this 5-minute retrace. It seems like we're going. And we're gonna go and hit break even on this trade really shortly. There you go. So I got stopped out in break even. So yeah, it's a break even trade here, but I do really love this um entry over here. I'm actually gonna just screenshot this as a so I can like journal it. There's so many things that made me have strong conviction on this trade, but it wasn't enough to actually follow through, which is really weird. So if we would look at the 15-minute, really nice reaction, really good sweep. We actually, when this closed, we tap on this CASD first and had a really nice reaction. 5 minute sweep, 2 minute IFVD, which is the high time frame, but I introduced to this 1 minute BPR forming. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much that. But I definitely do want this to go up to 30 points. I mean, at least 15 points, but 30 points is really good enough. I really like this equal highs here. I'm not sure when it's going to get um, logged, but we might just not even take this high at this point. But that's really weird, but it does happen. When this goes below this low, it's surely going to stop loss. But yeah, I guess it wants to go lower. That's basically what it means. Maybe sweep this 5 minutes to get low. Anything around this nature, but yeah, I'm out of this trade. I think there was definitely an earlier entry that where I could have maximized it maybe. On the 15, no, I'm not taking anything in the 15 second. Yeah, 30 second there was this entry around the 330, 263. Where is that? So something around this area. Let's say I did take this one. Yeah, I still wouldn't have hit TP, but I might just actually put TP here. So like my entry point technically would have been my break even if that's the case. But yeah, it's gonna be that. We still have 30 minutes before market open, and really nothing much here. I just took this opportunity to do this pre-market. This looks so good. So right now in market open as my pre-market, honestly, I am just leading more bullets. But it's like in terms of session lows, there's nowhere we should really go down at this point, assuming that we already swept all these lows. Actually, we didn't sweep all on the low. We exited quite a bit, but we had a lot of rejection in order to go higher. But yeah, I think this was strong news. So if anything, this is a drawn liquidity for me. I'm not gonna take any trade anymore at this point. I'll just wait for any of these two levels to get hit or like reach equilibrium, and then that's gonna be my market open trade. So yeah, I think on ES we're not at all time highs. So that's good. So yeah, definitely is rejecting without taking a buy side or sell side. No S&T whatsoever. It's just being a downside. So, right? So I don't really know. I don't really know why I decided to keep two equal highs. Actually, I think if I put on a third indicator, equal highs and lows, I think it will mark out the high. Yeah, because it is an equal high. And now oh my gosh, then now we're pumping. Yeah. That would have edged my stop loss if ever, but if you remember, I actually trailed my stop to this low. So yeah, that saved me from an L. Definitely saved me from an L. Now there's a long. We could just we could take now if you want to. Uh, but yeah, literally it swept me. But if my stop loss was here, I would have edged my stop loss and we can now keep going higher because this is an equal high. There's no reason not to take it, but the price decided to do that and can't really do anything about it. So yeah, we have this equal high here. I don't actually want to see even equal high that is whether it's a high or it's a low. I just want it to be marked in the black. Guess that's the color of my screen. Maybe get it a little thicker. No, that's a little too thick. One line width is fine, solid. Let's go dash or yeah, I like it dotted. Yeah, I like it dotted more. What's debug labels? No, I don't want that. Style. Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. So there you go. That's gonna be all for this. I'll just really wait for the pre-market to open. Anything else? This is my level or like my POI. Because I do believe this is a EQ or OT or the leg. Yeah, exactly at EQ. So yeah, it's gonna be like one of my levels for this. But if you skip this, obviously, it's gonna be can be a really good target at that point on. But yeah, you didn't even deliver right away. That's a really choppy one. I saw this price action about at this point, but I was anticipating maybe we could go keep going lower, but we didn't. We just went higher and higher. But technically, my entry was fairly decent. And if I did enter here, I would have been stopped out in the even with a really moggy edge. But now we took the buy side. So yeah. Then we took the buy side of it. So I do record this shit. So that's gonna be all for today. And probably next video would be for my live trade for the day if I do even take anything. So yeah, peace out.